Peace and love, my folks. Peace and love. Back with more threats. You already know how we giving it up. Today we're doing something different. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking you guys, watch me edit a picture. Booyah. So this is kind of the picture out of camera. Like this is how it came out of camera. You know, like I have 3 different like S-curve presets that I made, and I put one of them on this one. So it ends up looking like this. Bring out the wetness of the paint job, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like make it look more shiny. It might be overdone to some, like, cause you know, and you can bring it up or down if you like. Now what I'm gonna do is take it into Photoshop and try to remove these homies, cause I don't know these guys, you know what I mean? And I feel they kind of distract from the car a little. Depending on how that goes, then we'll do some final edits on the picture to kind of make it stand out from the background. I got the Wacom tablet, you know what I mean? And it's got like some hotkeys on it, you know what I mean? Like, so I was able to make some hotkeys. So I used the hotkey to send it into Photoshop. And we have it, we're here. It is open up in Photoshop. So now we shall take it to the next level, make it threat. So you know what I'm saying? All right, so what I normally like to do first, come on in, like, and again, I'm no pro. I'm awkwardly getting through this. I learned through like Skillshare, Shaw University, well, Shaw Academy, not even Shaw University, Shaw Academy, which is an online-based thing, as well as YouTube University. You feel me? Like, so this is just my flow, but it gets it done. You know what I mean? But I always go to the spot heal tool first, and I first go through, and we're gonna. Okay, I was like, is that a leaf or something? But nah, that's the beautiful golden engine. I guess we'll let that stay, even though it's kind of distracting. Definitely get rid of the stains, if you will. And I use the combination, the mouse, the keyboard, and the pen. You gonna get it where you're going. You can draw on it. But got a little hair there. We can get it up. What you're supposed to do really is make a duplicate layer. That way anything you're doing, like, you're not super damaging the picture. So what I'm gonna do now, from this point forward, I'm gonna duplicate the layer. So you Control J to duplicate the layer. That way you always can go back and you can at least start there. I'm just getting the stuff, you know, getting the dirt out, get the dirt off the shoulders, you know what I'm saying? Make the road look better. And that's something I didn't necessarily plan to do when I was coming in here, but you see how much better it looks, and let's just compare. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? It does look better. And it's always better to go as small as you can when doing the spot healing. So like, you could, yeah, sure, make a huge, you know, make the brush huge and do that whole thing as one, which, I mean, you can do that, but it's better to go smaller and like do smaller strokes. That way you don't have like just a big circle, because sometimes you can see like a circle of change, if that makes sense. You know, something look weird right there, but like in smaller circles, it just look like regular, you know what I mean? Just, you know, nature. So that looks straight. And then we're going to get this line or a light roof. I don't know what it is. It looks like a painted line. All right, so now we shall go in and remove the homies. And we're moving, we probably gotta remove that whole flag. We're gonna see, y'all. We're gonna see how it goes. I doubt it's gonna spell conifig. Like, I don't even know how to spell that mess. So we're gonna try to remove the homie, and then we might remove that flag, and we'll see how that goes. So we're gonna save him for last, cause that's gonna be difficult. So we're gonna start with this homie. But first, you go to the pen tool. That's what we're going to now. You select the pen tool, you see, and you go through, you zoom in mad close on everybody, on what you're removing. But I want the whole thing in the picture there, so I ain't gotta move it again. Because we're going generative fill this time, ladies and gentlemen. You right click. So the pen, there we go. The pen has buttons right here. And one of them I set to right click, and the other one I think is backspace. So I got this. So right click, and then you make selection. 0 pixels. So now you got your marching ants. That's what those are called, the marching ants. When you got the marching ants, you got a selection made. Pow, booyah, we're cooking. So now you got to go up to edit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna use a mouse. Go to edit, and then you go to generative fill, and you just leave it blank. Let's see how it did. Got them out of there, but you see it did something weird in that background. But it's not gonna matter that much, because I'm gonna make it dark back there. You feel me? But it got him out of there, which ain't terrible. So let's look at, because they do, ooh, that looks even better. Let's look close and see which one is gonna look the best when it comes to. They both look pretty bad, but I feel like I like those two better than the. I'm gonna type in without, just to see if that gives me something else, because we do have those options, these options to come back to. So let's just make sure they don't give me some better. I'm gonna go with one of the like less happening pictures, if that makes sense. So probably that one. All right, so yep, let's try to get homie out of here. And then that thing right there is going to be interesting as well. All right, time for the moment of truth. Cue Gangstar. All right, so as we expected, it gave us some wonkiness with the sign especially. All right, that looks straight enough, like, cause it's far away. You feel me? Like, that looks straight. So let's turn on the background and let's look at these. You feel me? Right. So yeah, nah, it definitely looked better. All right. Let's see. Ladies and gentlemen, you see it came together. All right, and then we're gonna remove this right here. We leave America though. Gotta leave America. So we're gonna move that right there. So let's move this. You know what I'm saying? So now we got it here. I pretty much got the car the way I want it for the most part. Now I'll show you the presets that I got that I made, like, because I've already used one on it, so I'm not going, like, and it's kind of doubling up. I think it was one that I used, but this is an option right here, which I do like that look too, and it kind of already does what I want it to do in the background, so I may use that one. And then got that right there. So I actually may throw two up there. I wasn't planning on it, because now it don't even look like nothing on it, do it, y'all? Without after that two done went on it, yeah, we're gonna throw two on it. Make it super metallic, super magenta. No, it ain't magenta. But, you feel me? And then what we'll do is edit it over just a scope. We'll bring it up just a little bit. So you just go there and push the up keypad just a few times. And then what I'm gonna do though is what I learned from Laura BC on, she was part of my YouTube University lady. She's somebody y'all should look up too. She was showing us how to, like, so if you're making a mask with something, right? So like, say we want this car to stand out a little more from the background. So you select the subject, and it's in Lightroom, no Photoshop. You select the subject, let it do it. Did it do it? Let's take my poor computer, because again, I'm recording this up too. So I'm a poor computer, like, bruh. Because it's not a Mac. Make sure y'all donate. Help me get a Mac. But yeah, so it's doing it. All right, so Poof Pals got the car. So first I want to subtract. Well, I'm just invert it because it starts getting iffy if I start messing with the mask before and then try to invert it. Then it normally, I don't know, if like something be going wrong with that. So I'm gonna just leave it as is, and then we just gonna invert it, because that's what you do. You invert it, because then it makes, you know what I mean? But then what you do is intersect at mask. So you right click where you're going to like the subject, not the mask up there, but like the inverted actual thing, like, which is the subject, which, you know what I mean? So you right click there, and then you click intersect mask using, and we're gonna go radial, because it's gonna make a circle, you know? And we're gonna just, once you selected that, then you just go over there and you draw the circle, and it'll kind of give you a little area to work with, and you bring it around the car. Bring it around the subject, if you will. You know what I'm saying? And what that'll do now is it allows you, now, but what we'll do is just bring down the exposure just a scotch. Really let that car be the highlight, you know? So let me go all the way. So let's see the extremes first, because now I've been looking at it so long, I can't really notice what's happening. So we'll go all the way down. Okay, that's how it'll be if it was all the way, which ain't terrible. So then we just ease that bad boy up, and we'll let that thing be like that. And voila, there you have it. You know what I mean? Like, so, you know what I'm saying? Let's get everything. Let's go back to E. And then we go to G, you feel me, to see the pictures. And then I would like to I'm about to say, now you should be knowing that I want to compare the two pictures I had highlighted. There you go, it does. You feel me? And we'll move the film streak down. There you have it. You know what I mean? Like, so that was the process of how I, you know, make it threats, essentially. Like, how I make a regular picture a little better, in my opinion. Like, it's up to y'all. It's probably definitely overdone. You know what I'm saying? But I be liking the over the top stuff, because why not? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Why not? And so, you know, you can easily tone it down wherever you like to in that editing process. But if you do want the over the top look, that's how you do it. Ain't it fun? But yeah, and I got the, you know what I mean? Let me know if y'all need help with stuff. Hit me up, hit the comments, you know what I'm saying? We awkwardly getting through this together, okay? All right? All right, peace and love.